Hey guys, T Kearney here. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit today about, shall we say, the way you've been doing things, and what if we got it wrong? What if the advice you've been getting from your parents, that they got from their parents, and that you're using now, what if it's out of date? What if the ideas are flawed? What if those things that your grandparents went through during the wars is no longer valid? What if all the things you have been doing for most of your life up to this point may not be the best way of doing things? That's one of the things that I realised last year, was that the way I had been looking at things was looking for someone to tell you the way you need to do it, whatever it is. That could be job, that could be relationships, that could be whatever it is you want in your life. And that when you're actually giving that power up to somebody else, that you're waiting for somebody else to come along and say, this is what you need to do, you're in big trouble at that stage. Because most people will sugarcoat things for you because they're in the same boat. And they'll say, it's okay. And they'll say that it's okay for you to do this. And it's okay for life to be like this. And the best you can hope for is probably the same thing that your parents had, or the same thing that most of your friends have. But I'm starting to look at things differently now. And I'm starting to say, well, what if I'm looking for something bigger than that? What if I'm looking to push my boundaries and learn more than that? And what if I'm looking now to start learning for myself? And that means going out and actually doing things, screwing things up, learning as I go, and keep on moving. Instead of spending the majority of my time trying to figure out the best way to do it. And then you do it that way, and then you fight everybody else who does it in a different way because you think your way is the best way. And you waste all your time about the particular way of doing something. And none of this matters. Because essentially, I'm pretty sure that most things, by the time, like, I'm 31 now, by the time I hit, shall we say, 62, I'll probably have reversed an awful lot of my opinions on things. I changed my opinions. Does that make me a liar? No. That means that you make the best decision you have with the information you have at the time. And that if I do something today, I say this is what I believe, and then next week I do something different, and that gives me different information, and I figure out and I turn around and say, well, this is what I believe now. It doesn't mean either of those are wrong, or either of those are right. It just means I've gotten more information that led me to make a better decision. And that kind of brings me back to the online marketing end of things, that if everybody is spending most of their time working for somebody else, building someone else's dream, and everybody you talk to goes out at the weekend and drinks heavily, and they feel bad when they wake up in the morning, they don't look after themselves, they go into work Monday to Friday and they're unhappy most of the time. Is that really what you want? Is that really the way you want to live for the rest of your life? Because that scares the hell out of me. I don't want that anymore. So that means I'm willing to try new things, push my boundaries, see where I can go. So I think I'm just kind of, what I'm saying to everyone out there, anyone who watches this, is just kind of take a chance on something. It doesn't matter what it is. Take a chance on something. There's something there that you've always wanted to do. Get out there and do it. Sometimes we don't know where the money will come from to do things. Sometimes we don't know if people will support us. Sometimes we think we're going to feel silly or look stupid in front of people. And the reality for most things is, everybody else is so caught up in their own crap that's going on that they're not even thinking about you. And when you go out there and do something and fail, you kind of feel like a failure. And everybody else kind of goes, what? I didn't even notice. What happened? And once you come back to that reality of nobody else cares because they're so caught up in their own little world. And then if you stop being caught up in so much about what other people think, you can get on with living your life. So that's it for today, guys. Hope you liked today's video. Talk to you soon.